I gave up my law scholarship for the perfect architect. One click destroyed everything. They told me love doesn't pay rent. Turns out, it also doesn't return scholarships. But at the time, I would have burned down Harvard Law itself just to see Adrian smile at me from across the room. My name's Eli Martinez. I was atop of the class Omega at Columbia, accepted into Yale Law with a full ride. Everything was lined up. Success, prestige, control. And I threw it all away for a man who designed buildings so beautiful, I thought they could house forever. Adrian Bellamy, 39, Beta, a rising star in the Manhattan architecture world. He spoke about lines and space like he was reading poetry. The first time we met was at an Omega Beta mentorship gala. I was the keynote speaker. He was just an invited guest. He cornered me at the bar with a single question. What if everything you're chasing isn't what you need? He wasn't wrong. 3 months later, I rejected Yale. We moved in together. I took a spot as a research assistant at his design firm. Everyone whispered behind my back that I was the pet Omega being groomed. I didn't care. I believed in Adrian's vision and I believed in us. Our mornings were coffee and blueprints. Our nights were kisses stained with red wine and dreams whispered beneath tangled sheets. He said he loved how my mind worked. I loved the way his hands danced through air when he imagined buildings into being. Until one morning, I opened his laptop to send a file. One click, and everything unraveled. It was a chat thread. Omega Design Interns NYC. Private Slack channel. The conversation wasn't just disrespectful, it was vile. Crude jokes about heat cycles. Photos shared without consent. And Adrian's name. Not once. Not twice. Over 50 messages. Laughing. Participating. One message stopped my heart cold. Sleeping with Eli is like having a living mood board. Pretty. Predictable. Replaceable. I didn't cry. Couldn't. I printed the entire thread. Put it on his desk. Packed a single suitcase. Left. But Manhattan doesn't make heartbreak quiet. The whispers turned louder. Told you so. Gold-digging Omega. Betas will always be betas. I moved in with my cousin in Queens. Cut ties. Changed my number. For weeks I stayed offline. Until one afternoon, I walked into a local bookstore and saw my name on a magazine cover. The Fall of Bellamy Designs. I opened it. Page 3. An anonymous whistleblower exposed internal misconduct, including the sexualization of Omega interns. Sources suggest the firm's lead designer may have abused power for romantic or sexual gain. The screenshots. My screenshots. I never sent them, which meant someone else did. He found me a month later in Central Park. I was sketching, trying to forget what a drafting pencil used to feel like in Adrian's hand. Eli, he said, like it was still ours to use. I didn't look up. Which intern are you dating now? I deserve that. I turned. His face was thinner, eyes darker. You deserve worse. I lost everything. The firm, the investors, even my license is under review. Good. I didn't post that thread. I didn't even create the channel. But I didn't stop it either. And that's on me. I waited. No excuses. Just silence. I've been in therapy, trying to understand why I turned into someone I promised never to be. I stared at him. My heart wanted to fold like paper in his hands again. But paper cuts still bleed. You know what the worst part was, Adrian? He nodded slowly. That I made you believe love could be safe with me. No, I said, voice shaking. That I made myself believe I didn't need my own dreams. I built a life inside yours, and forgot to live in mine. 6 months passed. I reapplied to Yale. They remembered me. The scholarship didn't. So I worked, tutored kids in the Bronx, took night classes, shared a bunk bed with 3 other Omegas in a walk-up apartment. One rainy Sunday, my phone buzzed. A scholarship foundation. New. Independent. I opened the email. This fund was created anonymously to support underrepresented Omega students in law. You've been selected as our inaugural recipient. No strings. No names. Just a quiet echo of redemption. It's funny. I used to think Adrian was the architect. But in the ruins of us, I learned something else. I am the builder. And this time, the blueprint is mine. Thank you for listening. If you find it interesting, please like and subscribe to follow the next stories.